Hey, Radiance here. After 3.5 months of renovation, I finally moved to my new apartment. Let me share my experience of going through renovation in Georgia as a foreigner, so that you know better if it's worth buying an apartment that is not ready for living in a foreign country. I bought it half renovated. There were doors, floors and windows, but after some time it was clear that the owner made it good enough just to sell. Every room had a poor color choice. There were 2 pink rooms and every other wall was gray that didn't combine with brown floors. We found a painter on a Facebook group, and at first I didn't want to spend much money on repainting, but in the end, after seeing an improvement, we ended up repainting 3 rooms. Obviously, I overpaid the painter on the first 2 rooms, and the lesson here is to know the prices in advance and try to lower them if needed. Although the guy left a lot of paint on the floor that is still here, and it's kind of a norm in Georgia because a lot of workers are sloppy. After that, we continued with lights, bought a bunch of chandeliers and gave them to the brother of the painter guy. You see, 2 rooms in the apartment didn't have light bulbs hanging from the ceiling, and we didn't put much thought into it. But once we have chandeliers everywhere, it was clear that 2 rooms didn't have electricity going. The previous owner knew about it and successfully hid it from a naive buyer. It's better to check everything and try to lower the price based on the flaws in the place. To fix the electricity, we had to find the guy who did it. He was a bit hungover and didn't have any tools to check the electricity in the walls, but he said, "I think the problem is here, but we need to destroy a huge part of the wall." I knew that was a bad idea and said, "Fuck it, let's do it." Of course, the problem wasn't there, and I ended up with a broken wall and a plastic cable going all over the apartment. We got a recommendation for the kitchen guy from the same painter guy. He came to take sizes and draw a rough design on a piece of paper. Without appliances, we paid a little bit more than $3,000 for the kitchen. While interacting with any renovation workers, we didn't sign any documents and paid with cash. Most likely they operate as sole proprietors or even individuals without doing any taxes. The hardest part was to bring gas in the apartment. There is no shared setup, and the owner should do all the work inside and then request bringing the gas directly to the front door. Again, the brother of the painter guy managed to set up boilers and radiators inside of the apartment, but this time we managed to lower the price. To buy basic furniture, we based to the most popular place called Saba. It has a bunch of pre-designed furniture and you can order things with custom sizes and preferences. Small things like rugs and light could be cheaper to order from neighboring Turkey. Renovation takes time, and time is money. Every month you're not renting the place, you lose money. Also, it takes a lot of time and energy to manage the renovation, and it might be better to put these resources into making money. My new apartment just 2 buildings away from the old one, and I could easily walk there. But if it was in another part of the city, it would be a complete time waster. You can go far in Georgia speaking Russian, but there were a lot of situations where workers knew only their native tongue. Hopefully I have a Georgian girlfriend. Moving forward, I would prefer buying a fully furnished, renovated apartment or work with someone trustworthy who can manage the process end to end. That's all. Stay productive.